The diplomatic reception hall aboard Zenith Prime glowed beneath a vast, transparent dome, artificial starlight scattering across polished floors and alien finery. Hundreds of delegates from dozens of star systems mingled beneath the glass, sipping luminous drinks and debating trade corridors and alliance clauses. Lieutenant Jake Morrison stood stiffly near a refreshment station, tugging at the collar of his formal uniform. He would have taken a battlefield over this room full of smiles and politics any day, but Commander Lisa Grant had made attendance mandatory for every human officer. "Try to look pleasant," Sophie Blake murmured at his side. "War representing all of humanity." Jake lifted the corner of his mouth. "I am smiling." "That's your combat face," she whispered back. "Not your friendly one." Before he could reply, a sudden ripple of tension rolled through the hall. The crowd parted. A towering figure advanced with deliberate, predatory confidence. Princess Varashek of the Korean Empire stood nearly 7 feet tall. Her scaled skin shifted between deep violet and midnight black beneath the lights. Ornate battle armor framed her shoulders and chest, unmistakable symbols of royal authority. Her yellow, slit, pupilled eyes swept across the gathering with open disdain. "So," her voice thundered, flawlessly translated into English, "these are the humans." Mockery dripped from every syllable. "I expected more." Ambassador Paul Chen stepped forward smoothly. "Princess Varashek, welcome. We're honored." She ignored him completely. Her gaze locked onto the cluster of human military personnel. "I've studied your species," she continued. "You survived in isolation for centuries. You claim worthiness to join the coalition." She moved closer, looming. "But I see fragile creatures, brittle bones, soft tissue, weak frames." She seized a crystal glass from a nearby table and crushed it effortlessly in her palm. Shards clattered to the floor. "This," she declared, "is what happens to a human in real combat." Silence fell. Some alien delegates watched with pity. Others nodded in agreement. "Someone should shut her up," muttered Danny Wright, a tactical officer from the cruiser Valiant. "No one here can," Sophie whispered back. "She's undefeated. 47 victories. Warriors from across the galaxy." Varashek raised her voice for all to hear. "The coalition weakens itself by admitting inferior species. In my empire, strength decides worth." She turned back to the humans. "You would not last a single day in Korean military training." Commander Grant stepped forward, tone controlled. "Humanity has faced extinction more than once. We've endured." Varashek laughed harshly. "Your skin tears easily. Your bodies require constant rest. You break." Her gaze suddenly fixed on Jake. "You, the quiet one. You carry yourself like a warrior." All eyes turned. "You stand silent while I insult your species." Jake met her stare evenly. "I'm listening, Your Highness." "Listening?" she scoffed. "No anger? No defense of honor." She stepped closer until he had to tilt his head back to maintain eye contact. "Then prove yourselves through action." Her smile revealed serrated teeth. "I challenge you, single combat. Tomorrow." The grand arena, gasps rippled through the hall. Commander Grant moved instantly to Jake's side. "You do not have to." "I accept," Jake said. Even Varashek blinked. "Excellent," she purred. "Finally, a human with spirit. Foolish spirit." She circled him like a predator. "The last opponent I faced, a Gordanian bred for war. I defeated in 43 seconds. I heard 47, Jake replied calmly. Her smile vanished. "Are you mocking me?" "Just being accurate." Then she laughed again, loud and sharp. "I'll almost regret crushing you." She leaned close. "You won't last a minute." "We'll see," Jake said. The next morning, Jake sat cross-legged in an empty training room, breathing slow and controlled. Footage replayed in his mind. Varashek moved like a living weapon, overwhelming force, brutal efficiency. 47 wins, no losses. Commander Grant entered quietly. "She punched through reinforced steel during warm-ups," Grant said grimly. "I know. This is suicide." Jake stood and stretched. "Did you know humans once hunted by chasing prey until it collapsed?" Grant frowned. This isn't a marathon. Every fight is. Jake replied, if you survive long enough. He moved with calm precision. She's never fought past 6 minutes. She's built for explosive power, not endurance. Grant studied him. You're not planning to fight her strength. No. I'm planning to survive it. Across the station, Varashek trained amid shattered drones and cracked walls. The human intrigued her. 3 years in hostile territory. Adaptability. But still, he will fall, she said firmly. Jake studied everything. Patterns, tendencies, recovery times. Fear is her greatest weapon, he said quietly. Not strength. Human endurance ranked far higher than Krian physiology. After 12 minutes, Krian efficiency plummeted. That armor becomes an anchor, Jake murmured. The arena filled beyond capacity. Thousands gathered. Billions watched. Odds 50 to 1. Jake stepped into the light. Varashek followed, radiant and terrifying. The signal sounded. She exploded forward. Jake moved. The first strike cratered the platform. The second missed by inches. Minutes passed. Then 5. Then 8. Her breathing deepened. Her strikes slowed. At 12 minutes, sweat streamed down her scales. Jake advanced for the first time. You're slowing, he observed. The first precise strike landed. Then another joint connector. Knee. Shock rippled through the crowd. Fear flickered in royal eyes. 15-minute turn flew. Jake disarmed her. She charged bare-handed. He swept her legs. She fell. His baton rested at her throat. Yield, he said, not cruelly, but respectfully. Silence, I yield, she whispered. The galaxy exploded, later battered and exhausted. Jake listened as the Krian Emperor spoke. Strength without wisdom is incomplete. He requested alliance, military exchange, human instructors. Princess Varashek herself sought training. I underestimated your kind, she admitted. Jake smiled faintly. We're stubborn. Weeks later, she trained beside human marines, learning patience, endurance, adaptation. One evening, Jake watched her practice evasive footwork. You're improving, he said. She smiled genuinely. I'm learning how humans win.